こんばんは。
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to 311 Let's Swing Forward event organized by General Education Unit of Hong Kong University and a passionate student group who view and believe that friendship and bonding of humankind as important aspect of recovery and moving forward. This event is supported by Faculty of Arts, Japanese Society, Union Philharmonic Orchestra, Music Club, Music Society, and Misotech Co. Limited. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Geneva Damayanti. I come from Indonesia, and I'm from Faculty of Social Science, and I'm in the third year student.
Hello, my name is Takaki Hiraoka. I'm the exchange student from Keio University, Japan. And thank you so much for coming here today. And I want to say thank you as a One Japanese. March 11th, 2011, a massive earthquake hit off the east coast of Japan, and it killed 40,000 people. And still, over 3,000 people are missing. The earthquake, it was one of the largest in our history, and it triggered a big tsunami, and it swept away home, buildings, and cars. After the massive earthquake attacked Japan, I strongly began to be conscious of being Japanese, and I really want to say thank you to the person who supported Japan last year. This is why I'm here today.
Over 1 year ago, I went to Keio University in Tokyo for a one-semester exchange study until February 2011. That is 1 month before the earthquake happened. Even though I did not actually experience the earthquake that shocked the whole world, my conscience was hit, and I felt the need for humanity to develop global consciousness, especially when unfortunate event could happen to anyone at any time and any place. This is the reason what brought me here today. Before we proceed to the next part, we would like to kindly ask you to take a moment of silence to commemorate the earthquake and tsunami victims. Would everybody please stand up? We will now take a minute of silence.
Thank you. And now, may you have your seat. We hope that we can reflect back on what happened in the past and learn positively for a better future.
Now, before we're moving on to our main part, we would like to invite Dr. Albert Chow, our Dean of Student Affairs and Director of General Education, to give a welcoming speech. Dr. Albert Chow, please.
Dr. Hawkins, Mr. Takahiro Hama, Professor S.B. Chow, Dr. Nakano, colleagues, students, friends. Once again, I would like to welcome all of you to the concert tonight. A year ago, when we watched the television, we saw the earthquake, tsunami, and the subsequent aftermath, the nuclear situation in Japan. A lot of us were deeply saddened. We felt the sorrow, we felt the pain. We wish we could be there physically to do a little part. But of course, we were confined to Hong Kong, and we were not supposed to be there to make the situation or to add to the burden of the Japanese people and the Japanese government. So Hong Kong new students, colleagues, and many staff members just pulled together. We did a little bit of fundraising, we did a concert, we did a couple of talks and sharing sessions in order to send our deepest condolences to the victims and the best wishes to the people in Japan. A year later, a couple of months ago, my colleagues and I were discussing how we should commemorate the first anniversary of the earthquake and the tsunami. And then good things happened. Dr. Hawkins emerged, and then he introduced Pakistan to us and his Saturday Night Jazz Orchestra, and of course the Hong Kong Youth Jazz Orchestra as well. And then we got a very encouraging email from the students from Japan, thanks from Japan. So we decided to use music, to use this occasion to commemorate this very, very sad catastrophe a year ago, and try to send our best wishes to the people in Japan and wish their recovery a very, very smooth one. And as Jennifer said, we also wish to use this occasion to show that humankind is indeed on the same boat. We live on one planet Earth. We belong to the same village, and that we need to help out each other. I must thank Dr. Hawkins, Pakistan, members of the Saturday Night Jazz Orchestra, Hong Kong Youth Jazz Orchestra, for making this event possible. I wish to thank and welcome the Japanese students promoting Thanks from Japan. They fly all the way from Japan to attend tonight's concert, and we are very grateful to them. And we have to thank Yoshi Cuisine for all the wonderful refreshments outside, green tea, sweets, cookies. I hope you had a chance to enjoy them before the concert. If not, please do so after the concert. I'm sure that you are going to love them. I wish to thank my colleagues in the Faculty of Arts, and actually I must thank all the students of Hong Kong U who made this event possible. Geneva has spread out their names, but I would like to take 30 seconds to acknowledge them one more time. These include Japanese Society, the Union Philharmonic Orchestra, Music Club, Music Society, and of course our technical partner tonight, Miso Technical Company Limited. So may I wish everybody a very peaceful, a very attractive concert tonight, and let's together commemorate and send our condolences and best wishes to Japan. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Alba Cho. When the earthquake hit Japan, 2 of our Hong Kong youth students were in Japan, and they experienced that natural disaster. Mr. Masaya Takasaka, he is a first-year student in Faculty of Social Science, and Ms. Carmen Chow, she is in the Faculty of Arts.
Masaya was in his high school in Yokohama when the earthquake hit. He wasn't able to get in contact with his family for over 6 hours, and he was only able to arrive home after midnight. He evacuated to Osaka, which is the southern part of Japan, for a couple of days. And after 1 year, his family decides to sell the house and move to a new country.
Miss Carmen Chow, she was, unfortunately at that time, she was in Tokyo Disneyland. And she needed to stay in Tokyo Disneyland for 25 hours.
So now they will share with you their feeling about the experience that changed their perspective in life. Mr. Masaya Takasaka and Ms. Carmen Chow, please. Thank you for your time. We would like to ask you some questions. So, how did you feel immediately after the earthquake?
After the shaking stopped, the first thought that came to my mind was relief, because in Japan we're educated that a big earthquake will hit Kanto one day, and my first thought was, if this is the one that we've all been waiting for, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. And I was kind of laughing about it with my guy friends, because we just survived. We were like, whoa, we just survived a huge quake, but still there was a sense of panic because a lot of the girls were still crying, and we were still under our desks wearing our helmets. But it really started to strike me once we when we started to watch TV on our little cell phones, and seeing the tsunami waves hit the coast of Tohoku, just all of a sudden I felt really, really confused, and things started to become very surreal. And after that, I was trying to get contact with my parents, but I couldn't, and I was just confused for a couple of days, and I wasn't able to think properly for probably about a week.
Yeah, actually, I was watching the Three Dimension movies of Michael Jackson during the earthquake, and therefore I thought that it was just the effect of the movies when the earthquake happened. But after around 5 seconds, staff came out and called for the evacuation, and not until that moment I realized that there was an earthquake. But I was shocked but impressed by how Japanese people are kind when they face any earthquake. Nobody was in panic or was screaming except myself. And that's why I was really impressed.
Second question, how has the event changed your life?
For me, this year has been a huge change in my life. One of the biggest changes was that our family decided to sell the house in Japan and move to a different country because for our family, a lot of our financial situation depends on the one apartment we have. And now that after the earthquake, people are saying another one will hit the place where we live one day. And our family thought if that earthquake hits and destroys our house, then our financial status would be very, very weak. So we decided to move to Korea this year. But for me, the biggest change was I really started to think about my country more than ever before. Like Takaki said, after the earthquake, I really, really started to think about my country, myself as a Japanese, and what I can do to contribute to my country. And I was really, really touched because during the summer I visited India, and everywhere I went in India, people kept on asking me, is Japan okay? Like, we send our condolences, and coming here too, and at this venue, like the fact that we're all here, like I'm really, really touched that a lot of countries have supported Japan, and I really want to express my gratitude towards the support given to us.
Yes, and for me, the most important thing that changed me is that I really can feel the possibility of connect in soul for people even regardless the nationalities, because before the earthquake I just thought that it would be very difficult for people actually understanding each other's in different cultures or nationalities, but after this earthquake I feel that I can do it because Japanese people simply give me much warm support and help after the earthquake, which really touched me. And after this earthquake, I feel the strong responsibility because I have studied Japanese for more than 3 years. So I have a strong feeling that I have the responsibility to support the revitalization of Japan. And that's why me and a few Japanese study students just started a photo contest competition with the Japan National Tourism Organization in Hong Kong, hoping that we can boost the Japan tourism industry. Yeah, so that after the earthquake, I really feel that I have the responsibility to do something to help Japan. Yes.
Thank you very much for your time. We should give them a round of applause. So moving on to the next event, in Japan, several university students are organizing Thanks from Japan movement, whose aim is to convey their gratitude for everyone across the globe who have shown their support or even contributed to the process of recovery during the difficult time in Japan. Alongside, we have Ms. Yoshie Morimura, the coordinator of Yoshie's Cuisine, who has been supporting this cause. Now we would like to invite Mr. Tomohide Kawakami, Mr. George, Mr. Kosuke Okubo to the stage to share their stories.
Hi, I'm Josh. My real name is Soichiro Oishi. We came from Japan, and we got a lot of love and courage from you, and we'd like to say, ありがとうございます。And ありがとう means thank you, and we we would like to show our gratitude to you.
Hi everyone, my name is Tomohide Kawakami, and I'm also the chief organizer of this event. And after the earthquake, we really got so many love and support from you. And today we are coming to here to show our gratitude. Thank you. My name is Kosuke Okubo, and I'll tell more specific things about Tohoku and our thanks. First of all, I'd like to thank you for the opportunity to speak here. I know that everybody here remembers March 11th, 2011. That day, a magnitude 9.0 earthquake and a tsunami over 40 feet tall hit Tohoku. That day, approximately 14,000 people died and 3,155 people are still missing. Right now, Tohoku has recovered little by little. Slowly, people have been coming back to towns, and businesses such as fishing have become a little bit active. But there is still over 300,000 refugees in Tohoku. Since the earthquake, we have received many supports from all over the world. Money, commodities, rescue squads, love and courage. We are very, very thankful. Right now, we are working on a project to say thank you towards the world. We provided wagashi and Japanese tea to show our thanks here. We are also doing events in over 20 major cities around the world, such as Israel, London, LA, and Singapore. We couldn't have made it here without your help. We are sure that Japan will recover. But for it to recover, we will still need your help. Please do not forget Japan. Thank you. And I'll pass this mic to Ms. Yoshie Morimura, the teacher who taught us how to make the wagashi.
My name is excuse me. My name is Yoshie Morimura. Thank you very much for coming here tonight. This is higashi, Japanese cookies. We made higashi. It looks like a cherry blossom, a symbol of Japan. We eat at the tea ceremony. We enjoyed making from yesterday with students from Hong Kong. We appreciate your kind support for the recovery of Japan. Hope you enjoy having them. Thank you.
And we would like to take a little time to say thank you again. ありがとうございます。
Thank you for sharing with us, and we would like to applaud your effort for initiating this movement. Next, we have a group of students from Japan and Hong Kong who will lead a singing performance of a Japanese song titled Ai wa Katsu, or Love Will Win. This song was used in Japan itself to encourage the earthquake victims to move forward. This song is trying to convey the message that although there are countless obstacles in life, when you keep believing in yourself and give love to others, you will eventually receive this feeling back from them. Also, this feeling will definitely help you to move forward and tackle various challenges in life.
All of you will have the lyric of the song on the house program. So now let us all be prepared to sing along together. very much, everyone. What a wonderful lyrics of the song. Yeah? So before we finally can enjoy the jazz band concert, we would like to invite the Pro-Vice Chancellor of Hong Kong University, Professor S.P. Chow, to present souvenir to Dr. Brian Hawkins, the producer of the event, Mr. Takahiro Hama, conductor of Saturday Night Jazz Orchestra and Hong Kong Youth Jazz Orchestra, as well as Mr. Kosuke Okubo, a representative of Thanks from Japan movement. Thank you, Professor S.B. Chow.
Now it is time to enjoy the sounds of jazz and look forward positively, just like the big band swing jazz. And we will now pass the stage to the Master of Ceremony, Dr. Brian Hawkins and Mr. Kylie Choi.
皆さんこんばんは。私はカリです。はじめまして。どうぞよろしく。Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kylie.
Hi, Brian. Welcome to everyone.
You just learned Japanese, right?
I did, but I've got it written down.
The short one, the short version is okay. Good evening.
Irashai Masa.
How about this evening?
I think I just ordered the chicken. Well, you'll be hearing from us a little bit later on. But first, before you see us again, I'd like to express a warm welcome to all of our guests, especially all of our guests from Japan. And of course, all of our other visitors. I think we have some other overseas visitors as well, all the way from Shatin. And I'd like to express a warm welcome to Taka and the big band, and that was a very rousing sound on the other end. So that's all from us. Take it away, Taka.
is called Sweet Chin Time and Fun Time, that were both made famous by the great Count Basie and his orchestra. And Brian, as I know that big band music is something new to the University of Hong Kong, so would you like to share something more about big band?
Yes, I certainly would. Well, big band started in the 1920s in New York and Chicago, and they were essentially bands for people to dance to. Now, obviously, in those days there wasn't any recorded music, there wasn't a lot of recorded music, there was no such thing as a disco, and if people wanted to dance they had to go to a dance hall and dance to the music provided by a live orchestra. And one of the bands that was very famous at that time was Count Basie, whose music you just heard. And if you are familiar with big band music, you'll know that the two pieces we just heard were very characteristic very characteristic Basie pieces. Well, Basie wasn't the only band leader who was playing this sort of music. Another one was Duke Ellington. We're going to hear some music from Duke Ellington now. That was Take the A Train, and that was a Duke Ellington number, and it was played very much in Duke Ellington style. but now in another style from 30 years further on.
They're famous from a player named Maynard Ferguson. So you can hear is he got quite a lot of focus on trumpet part, right? So besides instrumental version, actually in big band music there are vocalists as well. So you can hear this is a vocal version. And I will introduce you later. No worry. And I got some questions for you.
Sure.
So, all jazz orchestras always that big? And why they need so many musicians?
Well, in order to get the full sound that you've been enjoying over the last couple of minutes, we need a big orchestra. The typical lineup for a big band is 4 trombones, 4 trumpets, 5 saxophones, and a rhythm section. I'm not sure what happened with the trumpets tonight. I think it was buy one and get one free. But the whole point is that the trumpets are playing in the high register, as I'm sure you noticed. The trombones are playing an octave below that. And we have the saxes covering a range of tones and textures. We have the giant baritone sax on the end there. And we have the alto saxes in the middle, that's the highest register, or the highest register we've got tonight, and the tenor saxes on the other end. And when we put these all together, we get a big band sound.
Okay, and as I said, actually, there's vocalists in big band music, and if you know, my favorite is Ella Fitzgerald, or maybe Billie Holiday, and for man singer, for sure, how can we neglect Frank Sinatra? And now we have our Hong Kong Frank Sinatra! Marry
I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me. So deep in my heart that you're really a part of me. And I've got you under my skin. I tried so not to give in. I said to myself, this affair, it never will go so well. Why should I try to resist when baby I know so well that I've got you under Just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. 'Cause I've got you under my skin. Wake up to reality. But each time that I do, just the thought of you makes me stop just before I begin. 'Cause I've got you under my skin. 'Cause I've got you under my skin. 'Cause I've got you under my skin. It had to be you. I wandered around, finally found the somebody who could make me be true, could make me be blue, or even make me laugh, just to be sad, thinking of you. So long as I've seen never be me, I'd never be cross, try to be boss, but they wouldn't do, 'cause nobody else gave me a thrill. With all your faults, I love you still. It had to be you, a wonderful you. It had to be you.
Fantastic. And we're going to hear something else from Larry. And this is a song in a rather different style. It was written in 1977 by two musicians called Kanda and Ebb. And they specialised in writing music for musicals. And what we're going to hear now is the theme music for a show they wrote at that time called New York, New York. And this is Larry with the theme from New York, New York.
start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. These vagabond shoes are along the strait, right through the very heart of it, New York, New York. I wanna wake up in a city that never sleeps, to find that king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. Hong Kong, I wanna wake up in a city that never sleeps, to find out king of the hill, king number one, king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'm gonna make a brand new start of it in old Hong Kong. And if I can make it there, I'm gonna make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New And a big hand for the Hong Kong Youth Jazz Orchestra.
soloist, Charlie. This is a recording by Tommy Dorsey and his orchestra in 1935.
So we have some vocalists, I believe. We have some more vocalists in the band.
Yeah, you can take a look at the back.
Ah, just here already.
Yeah, may I have Elaine Liu and her bass? You can see the bass is totally good. So actually, she needs some time to do the setting. And yeah, Dawn, you can take a rest because we have a guest guitarist, Skip. Thank you very much. And so I got a quick question again.
Sure.
So as I said, the I'm Getting Sentimental Over You was by Tommy Dorsey. And could you tell me more or tell us more about Tommy Dorsey?
Well, he was another of the band leaders who was very prominent in the 1930s and into the 1940s. And he was a trombone player himself, and he had a very characteristic solo style, a very smooth, lush style with plenty of vibrato. And the style of music that we just heard, I'm Getting Ever Sentimental Over You, has a trombone solo that was based on the one that Dorsey made famous in those days in 1931.
Yeah, Brian, Elaine is ready.
Right.
So vanish by the fire, while the moon so high, sing a lullaby to You sang of Jupiter and Mars. Now the words hold my hand. Now the words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long. For the I worship and adore. Now the words, please be true. Now the words, I love hold my hand. Now the words, darling, kiss me. Please be true. Now the words, now the words, I love you. I love you.
Everybody, good hand. The song you just heard, Fly Me to the Moon, was written in 1954, and the one before that was You'd Be So Nice to Come Home To. That was written by Cole Porter in 1943. Well, I understand from a little bird that Kylie also likes to sing. So how about we bring her on stage and ask her to do a song? How about all of them?
All of me, why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I want to lose them. Take my arms, I'll never use them. No goodbye, left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on, dear, without you?
with us, there is a Hong Kong U graduate. Is that right?
Yes, definitely.
Big hand for the Hong Kong U graduate. And unfortunately, we're getting to the end of the programme. I think we only have 2 songs left. The next song is the next tune is from 1977, and it's called Birdland. Now, Birdland is the name of a jazz club in New York City, and the jazz club is dedicated to a very famous jazz musician from the 20s and 30s called Charlie Parker, whose nickname was Yardbird, hence the bird part. But for now, it's Birdland and it's Tucker and the band. you, Taka. Thank you to the Saturday Night Jazz Orchestra musicians and the Hong Kong Youth Jazz Orchestra. Now, if you like the music that you've heard tonight, and if you're a musician and you feel that you'd like to start playing it at Hong Kong U, tonight is your big night, because we're introducing the information that Hong Kong U is going to start its own jazz orchestra. So please take out your pencils and a piece of paper and write down an email address. The email address is jazz.hku@gmail.com, and can't get better than that. And we'll be sending out audition notices quite shortly. But if there is anybody who is interested in getting involved in that, then please write to that email address. Please write in English, because my interpretation of Chinese emails is not very good. So all that remains for me now is to thank Taka and the band one more time. I'd like to thank Dr. Albert Chow for making the whole thing possible, and his colleague Dr. C.C. Wong, and all of his organisers. Esther West, who's been busy all night long, Fendi has been looking after the visitors, and Yvonne. So a big hand for all of them, and of course Clay. So would you like to say a final word, Clay?
Thank you very much. Especially thank you to the audience, because this is very, very important to have audience for musicians, and we hope that you all love music. And I know in Japan many people are still going through a hard time because of the tsunami, but I believe that live the life you love and love the life you live. So, which means, how about 一緒に頑張れください。You may know it, I let Taka play it, and you will know the song.
1, 2, 3, 4.
wonderful music. Thank you so
thank
much.
you so much. One more round of applause.
And a big hand for our sound people, please. We haven't thanked them yet, but they've done a wonderful job tonight. So, Miso and the sound people, thank you.
From myself, now we have come to the end of the event. I would like to thank all the professors, students, and staff for making this event possible, and also for every one of you, no matter who you are, where you come from, what you do, who has spared your time here with all of us. And last but not least, just a quick note, I would like to remind you to rethink about the nuclear energy, and also how we should rebuild trust among humankind.
Just give me some seconds, because last night I also nearly died because of the pressure to close this event. And actually, I made some speech, so just give me some seconds. As I said, I also nearly died, honestly. Then suddenly I remember that one story from a really nice movie, which is called Catch Me If You Can. So I want to tell one story. 2 little mice fell into the bucket of cream. The first mouse quickly gave up and drowned. The second mouse wouldn't quit. He struggled so hard that eventually he turned the cream and it turned into the butter. And he could climb up the butter and he would get out from the bucket. Thank you. I know we are human. So sometimes we have obstacles. Sometimes we don't know how to deal with it, how to overcome those kind of difficulties. But I believe that if we keep believing, if we keep making some efforts, if we keep giving love to somebody, if we keep thinking positively, someday in the future, we can overcome the obstacles. 6 years later, my grandparents' generations overcome the obstacles after the World War II. And actually we became one of the biggest economic countries in the world. I want to say to you guys, it's our turn. It's my turn, and it's our turn to deal with these obstacles as one Japanese and as a leader of the next generations of Japan, of Asia, and of the world. Only differences between us and the little mouse which I mentioned is because we are not alone. We have friends, and we have so many persons who will support us. As we met today, see, we have so many persons who's still supporting us, or who will support us. So thank you so much for coming today, and this is what I learned through this evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and have a good night, everyone.